Before the first machine turns, the harvest begins by hand. Only fully ripened figs carry the sugar content the factory demands. A single orchard crew can harvest 2 tons before midday. Bruised or unripe fruit is pulled before it ever leaves the field. Each load's a promise, sweetness delivered fresh. The cart holds 60 baskets, 1 full row's yield in a single load. Hold on tight, this load's heavier than my ex. The signal is simple, 2 slaps, and the load begins moving. The dirt track ends at the gate, and the industrial chain begins. Leaving the orchard, the fruit enters a world of controlled conditions. Every basket is weighed and logged. Traceability starts in the field. 22 kilos, logging it. 60 baskets, 12 pallets, 1 truck. The factory is 40 minutes away. The load is sealed. Temperature and time are now the enemy.
Hang on, Frosty friends. Traffic won't melt you yet.
40 minutes of road separate the orchard from the bun. The valley flattens as the industrial zone comes into view. The processing facility receives fruit deliveries 6 days a week.
Jimmy here with the Orange Avalanche. Open up before they revolt.
Familiar faces make even gates feel like home.
Here's the manifest. Looks good. Go ahead. Thanks. You're clear.
The receiving bay is the factory's first point of contact with raw fruit. Here, the journey from orchard to bottle begins with care and precision. Precision matters. The tailgate must align with the unloading conveyor. The figs arrive cool, firm, and within 4 hours of picking. All right, coming in.
Perfect alignment. You're a pro.
Got it, lifting now. 12 pallets unloaded in under 8 minutes. The clock is already running. Beat ya, clock. Beyond those curtains, the fruit will never be touched by open air again. Inside, every surface is steel, every worker is... This floor processes 3 tons of fig juice every working shift. Come on, you stubborn thing. The silos outside hold water and cleaning solution. Every worker enters through hygiene control.
Hurry up, rookie, before the alarm thinks we're biohazards.
The hygiene corridor strips every contaminant before the production zone begins. Gloves, coat, hairnet, the uniform of every person on this floor. 30 seconds at this station before every floor entry, timed by the wall light. The airlock holds pressure, keeping outside air permanently separated from the line. The floor supervisor is the last checkpoint before the line begins. The moment the fig touches the line, the clock on quality begins. The figs arrive, fresh from the harvest, and the clock on quality begins. Every fig on this belt will be seen by at least 2 sets of eyes before it moves on. Stems, leaves, and damaged fruit never make it past the first human filter. Pressurized water at controlled temperature removes field dust and surface residue. The rotating brushes reach surface contours no water jet allowed borders. Excess water is drained before sorting. Wet fruit jams the grating line.
Good flow.
Now dry enough, figs head to sorting. Quality check time. Surface moisture must be below 2% before the greenest make the cut. Perfections on the line. Size determines processing path. Larger figs yield higher juice volume per unit. The elevator carries 4 inspectors, 1 belt. Anything that fails here never enters the process. The hopper holds 500 kilograms, enough to feed the processing line. Now the agitator wakes the figs, blending their sweet chaos before the next whirl. The agitator keeps the load even. A blocked hopper stops the entire line. The outlet valve controls feed rate. Too fast floods the line. Figs hit the scales next. Precision here means perfect batches every time. Each batch is weighed to within 200 grams before entering the crusher. The diverter commits each batch. From this point there is no reversal. Pectinase enzyme begins breaking down the fig cell walls before a single blade turns. Now, a gentle stir awakens the enzyme's magic. 12 minutes of enzyme The transfer pump moves 800 liters per minute. The pipe never runs dry. Preheating at 45 degrees activates the enzyme floss. The steam jacket heats without direct contact. The slurry activates, heating the slurry indirectly. The gauge confirms the temperature is rising.
8 minutes at temperature, and the fruit is ready for what the machines do next.
The valve opens in 45 degrees of preparation. The crusher runs at 1200 RPM, nothing that any stents. In 1 second, a whole fig moon. The screw moves pulp without blades dance, teasing out the silkiest strands. The screen separates in 1 pass, juice forward, pomace aside, nothing wasted. Raw fig juice at this stage carries 40% suspended solids. The belt press applies 3 bar of hydraulic pressure. Two outputs, one machine, press juice forward, dry pomace to animal feed processing. The plate exchanger heats juice to 85 degrees in under 15 seconds at 85 degrees, and the fig juice is cooling tunnel, down to 4 degrees in seconds, preserving freshness and safety. From 85 degrees to 20 in under 60 seconds, the thermal bridge between phases. The flow sensor confirms volume per minute. Any deviation triggers an automatic line hold. Turbidity measured in real time. The sensor rejects what the human eye cannot see. The buffer tank decouples production speed from filling speed. The line never starves or floods. One panel controls the entire line, 42 sensors reporting to a single processor. A single switch position, and 800 liters per hour more juice reaches the filling line. The robotic arm places 42 bottles per minute, precise to within half a millimeter. The vision system checks for cracks, contamination, and dimensional variance. 4 cameras, 100 milliseconds. From this room, 2 operators oversee every sensor, every pump, and every valve on the floor. Every bottle is weighed after filling. The machine rejects what the eye would never catch. 8 bottles filled simultaneously. The nozzles never drip, never overfill, never pause. Nitrogen in the headspace extends shelf life by eliminating the oxygen the juice would otherwise oxidize against. The torque head applies exactly 2.4 Newton meters, consistent on every single cap. Induction sealing creates a tamper-evident barrier. The foil bonds to the glass in under 2 seconds. Labels will not adhere to warm glass. The cooling conveyor exists entirely for the labeling machine. The peel plate applies one label every 1.4 seconds. Alignment drift is measured in tenths of a millimeter. Batch code and best before date applied in the same pass. The bottle's identity is now permanent. The vision system reads the barcode, checks label position, and confirms print quality in one flash. The accumulation table is the breathing space between the line speed and the human hand. 6 bottles, 1 case, folded, filled, and sealed by hand in under 12 seconds. Every case carries a code that traces it back to the exact batch, hour, and line it came from. The palletizer infeed controls the rhythm. Cases arrive faster than they are stacked. 16 cases per layer, the palletizer builds each layer in under 20 seconds. Each layer added brings the pallet closer to its shipping weight of 600 kilograms. A perfect stack means a stable load. One misaligned case can collapse a full pallet in transit. 6 rotations, 4 film layers, the load becomes a single rigid unit for transport. The pallet scan enters it into the warehouse management system, location assigned before it moves. The warehouse holds 40,000 cases across 12 aisles. Third level, Bay 47. The system knows exactly where every bottle of fig juice now rests. The dispatch order triggers the final movement. Pallets pulled from storage in sequence. Game on, chasing pallets like treasure in this steel jungle. 3 pallets pulled, 3 truck bays waiting. The sequence is timed to the minute. The bay doors open on schedule. The truck has been docked and pre-cooled for 30 minutes. The first pallet anchors the load, position and stability set from the front wall back. Three pallets, 48 cases each, 1,440 bottles of fig juice ready for market. The seal number is logged. If it arrives broken, the load is flagged before a single bottle is touched. 40 minutes from orchard to factory, and now the journey to the shelf begins. By end of shift, every pallet is logged, every case is counted, every bottle is accounted for. Every shift ends the same way. One bottle held to the light, the whole process. Enamel.
And this is how modern factories produce fig juice from start to finish.